wrong all the time, and a rocket scatter calculator. I don't know, I have a lot of stuff. I have to work on an XCOM 2 bot as well. I'm waiting for Track 2 to put out an XCOM 2 to JSON so I can pull data out of save files and display it on screen for you guys like I was in Long War 1.
-15, this is Avenger. The access point we're after is just ahead. Move to secure the area. Expect hostile resistance.
I would just like to, for a second, I would like us to contemplate this soldier. We don't have enhanced hit point display mod on, so we're going to count. Okay, I got bored. We can see over here, I think. He has 17 health. Presented without comment. Alright, let's run around the map like lunatics.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. Verstanden. Rücke aus.
Those guys are... They're onto my strategy. They just deployed against the map edge because they're like, Steven will go up the map edge.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Those clever, clever aliens.
Und los geht's.
Have you seen my Long War 1 stream format, Eisenfaust?
I'm on the move.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I find it really cool. Some other people find it irritating that the game isn't taking up the entire screen. But I'm really into statistics, so I enjoy not only finding all that information, but also thinking of creative ways to display it where it's easy to understand for viewers and pretty to look at.
Head of there now.
Spreadsheets get me hot too.
Befehl bestätigt. Moving out.
Anyway, that's large amounts of work. Also, I'm hoping to put together a bot which is actually
Position confirmed.
usable for other people. It doesn't crash every 2 seconds, and
Begebe
it's
mich zum Ziel.
fairly easy to work out what it does and release it for other people to use as well this time around. Hopefully it would be useful enough that people would be interested in using it even if they weren't streaming, just to pull information up on their screens in their own games. I'm getting about 1,000 hours ahead of where I actually am right now though, as I say this stuff.
Tight motor.
Eventually I should finish my XCOM 2 chess bot. Yes, I'm currently running my XCOM 2 chess bot actually. It's that's the bot which is telling you what mods I'm running if you write !mods. So it doesn't quite have the functionality that I imagined. That's literally all it can do at the moment. We're certainly getting there. We have 3 turns left. So I have to throw the flare in 2.
We're running out of time. Get to that terminal.
The goal of this entire mission has been to get over here, basically.
Moving on target location.
Curses. They're on to me. You guys want to see how a shinobi can do this? He's not actually that fast, unfortunately. I might as well Ghost Walker now, right? Because that's like the end of the mission. I need to find a dead zone to throw evac from. I think here is a happy medium. Or I can go further or come back, depending on how stuff goes. Between turns. I'm gonna have to come back, I think. Okay, I'm gonna regret using Ghost Walker when I did, maybe. Because I think I have to increase the mission timer. That sucks. I think they're cheating right now.
Roger.
I think they're reacting to where I am on the map. I thought he could throw his flashbang for free. Didn't I spend like 7 years making him be able to do that? Maybe I didn't.
Heading there now.
The Ghost Walker is out next turn. Ew. Gross.
On my way.
It's not exactly that they moved to intercept, but yeah, it's more or less that they moved to intercept.
Menace 1-5. The Advent network is almost entirely locked down. We're running out of time. Get
Okay,
to
but-
that terminal.
Dead zone now, though. Believe I win
Good copy. Moving on
this
target.
tile. And
Position bestätigt. Das Ziel ist hier.
this
Commander,
tile.
we have confirmation of the exposed access point.
I even get to hack that.
Evakuierung, jetzt!
This is Firebrand. Evac request confirmed. Hold tight.
Hey Alan, how's it going?
Wir sind durch.
I'm pretty sure they can just turn off the part of line of play. So the problem is that the line of play is drawn between XCOM's center of mass and the objective, and the rule is that the AI tries
This is
to
Firebrand. It's time to go.
patrol in a certain zone along the line of play. So right now the line of play is there, and so the AI is trying to patrol like in here. And if I move over here, the line of play is going to be there. The AI will try to patrol on there. But you can just turn off the behavior where the line of play changes throughout the mission by just making it care about where XCOM started instead of where XCOM is currently.
Natürlich.
What's my impression of Long War 2? I love it. I think it's very, very good.
Ich probiere es.
These are fairly similar. Think this is slightly higher EV if that's what I care about. There's also marginal utility to consider though. Just drop some microeconomics terminology. I'm gonna take this. Okay. Curses. But alloys do have marginal utility, and so I think going for small is better than large there. Unless I'm wrong about large being twice as many alloys as small. We could just stay here if we wanted.
I'm spotted.
Just stay for another turn. Probably not.
Ready to boogie.
Might be a little bit much.
Genau rechtzeitig.
All surviving XCOM operatives are
No
secure.
criticisms.
Firebrand returning to base.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
I have lots of... I mean, I try to give tons of constructive feedback to Pavonis. So, does that count as a criticism? I don't know, but I think there's... Obviously, you could spend another 10 years working on this game and build more and more stuff into it, and I have lots of cool ideas for things you could do, which like might be fun or might not, I don't know, it depends on the execution. A lot of my participation in the project was pointing out problems and like vaguely suggesting a solution, and then other people who are better at actually designing a game would come up with a better solution than what I'd suggested and implement it, which made me really, really happy, because to succeed in fixing the problem while also making the game better than I imagined it could be, which is a really cool thing to see happen, especially with the game that you love.
If every mission goes this smoothly,
So,
it's only a matter of time before we regain control of the planet.
like, there are some suggestions for things like that that haven't gotten into the game just because there isn't 10 years to produce it. But like, it would be cool if there were some sort of werewolf style game that you played with Faceless and Havens, where you were trying to work out who the Faceless was and stuff like that. There's a lot of room to build upon that with mods and other things like that. I hope that modders try to construct on top of the game as it is with cool new mechanics which add to the experience, instead of trying to pull apart the things which are in it and replace them with something else, which is, yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. I got a business inquiry about YouTube from BBTV, Broadband TV Driving Success in Online Video. Is that a scam or not? I don't know. Wouldn't take 10 years to make good improvements. There have been good improvements made like every day of development of Long War 2. I haven't like seen a day in the last however many months that somebody has not improved something about this game. And I think that it shows. I think that the game's very, very, very good. Interesting. We can get large unit infiltrations now. Wait, no, I can't still? I still can't. But we're getting there. So So what's going on? I just beat a thing. I have a slot open here. Fortify on a specialist would be really cool, but I'm not sure that we have time because I think she's going on the network tower. No, this guy's going on the network tower. Okay. But I want them to build excuse me. I want them to build Terra Invicta. I'm really excited about that game. And they can't do that while they're working on XCOM 2. But I also want them to keep working on XCOM 2. I really, really love everything that JL and Eminary have like ever put out. And so I'm excited to see whatever they do next. Why was my Avenger there? Am I like Trump? I think I've worked out why my Avenger was there. We have the wrong soldier being an officer here. That's okay though.
Deployed. In position for deployment.
Right now they're working on a patch. Yeah, they've talked about that a little bit publicly. Adding some missions with soft timers or no timers versus the current ration of mostly timed missions. Desfox, the later you get in the game, the less it's true that most of your missions are timed missions. I'd say we're close to 50-50 on timed versus untimed missions today, and most of the timed missions take me 8 minutes to play or something, whereas the untimed missions take half an hour. So most of my gameplay at this point is being spent on untimed missions. They're actually working on a mission with a soft timer right now that may be added in a future patch if they get it working a way they like. A mission based on one of my suggestions, if I may plug myself. I also made like another suggestion during that chat, and like it was so bad that nobody even commented on it. So I mean, I hit and miss. I'm 1 day away from being able to start this. Oh, Rubco is... I have to wait for Rubco to be done because I sent him to do a thing majig. Do I like pull him out? Yeah.
Sky Ranger deployed.
That was a mistake apparently. I needed him.
Squad secure. Lifting off.
Obviously, you can edit the timers yourself if you really hate playing with the timers. I love the timers, and I haven't found them to be oppressive even when I've played with larger squads. I found the gameplay to just be really, really good. I mean, there are like 4 types of missions that are very different for me in this. Well, actually there's 5, but there's like the small squad mission where you're against the timer to achieve the objective without fighting anything, and that's awesome. That's really engaging. There's the larger squad mission against the timer where you're trying to complete the objective and also trying to fight stuff. And like just today we had a mission where like I came out with 1 soldier bleeding out and 4 badly wounded and wasn't sure if I was going to achieve it or not the entire time. That was an awesome mission. That I think those have been very well balanced, and those are really good. There are the untimed missions, which are fairly light threat, but you sort of meet everything at once, the troop columns. And those are awesome. I regularly take wounds on those. You usually end up with a B team there because your A team's off doing something else. And so those fights are just really, really good and engaging. And they're sort of usually creative squads because you don't have the exact soldiers that you'd want to put together to make it happen. And they're often using secondary equipment, which is really interesting. And you have the big HQ assault type missions, which we played one of those this morning, and I've never liked that style of mission, but compared to like the base assaults in Long War 1, I think it's so much better. It's really nice that pods will patrol into you and try to ambush you and stuff like that. Yellow alert actions make it so you don't feel like you have everything under control at all times. I really appreciate that. And then there's even the 5th mission, which I would just say is like miscellaneous, the other stuff that's added to break up play and make things interesting, like the rendezvous and the mini retells. The rebel missions, I guess we could say, is the 5th category. And I think that all of those are really well balanced and fit together very nicely. And I look forward to pretty much every mission because it's going to be a little bit different from the last one and give me new puzzles to approach. I really like this game. I don't know if that was obvious. Alan, if you get missions without like good timers on them, you just don't attempt them. That's up to you. But that's like another source of variance in what the missions are like. It's another thing that's making missions always different from each other. That sometimes you'll have a mission with 10 days on it and you can infiltrate a perfect team with a good number of soldiers however long you'd like. And sometimes you have a mission with like 4 days on it and you have to try to be creative and work out, is it worth it to boost and go for it, or is it not? So I don't really have a problem with mission durations being varied. I should probably, that's something people would probably enjoy, would be it's fairly easy for me from what I've already done to put together a spreadsheet which shows what range of durations you'll find missions with certain amounts of intel output, so people can get a better idea of how much they want to focus on intel in different places. I'm gonna leave the other officer tube open, or wait, this is AWC. Oh my god. Alright, who do we want to make better? I'm gonna put Shredder on my Grenadier. No, I'm not. I'm going to... Oh, I never put steady hands on Caitlin, but she has to go on a mission. It's too hard. Too hard to find moments when you can train these soldiers. Deadshot on Amaneri? Oh my god, all of her AWCs are amazing. She's also got 88 aim though, so I want her on... Let's get Deadshot on her for the HQ and not bring her on the network tower. That makes a lot of sense. What am I doing now? Oh, this. Okay. There's so much stuff. This team, not with him, with her. With her. I need an advanced suppressor. That'll get me up near 200, should be fine. I don't need to throw evac on this mission, but I'd still like to reduce detection ranges and the like. And we have a new recruit. I wonder if it's a faceless. Am I right? We're just waiting, like, till a little bit after this. We have 275 supply income, negative $32 from an unknown cause. That implies a faceless is still in my eastern US haven. Failed 3 GOPs, 3 avatar progress. Haven't raided successfully twice. And beat 6 GOPs. And liberated a region.
The
supply drops over there for some reason.
Stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
We're gonna recruit up now. We'll probably be generating a rendezvous in that region fairly shortly with a gunnery sergeant, haven advisor, I would assume. I'm gonna pick this up, use it to build advanced mag weapons, and load out for the network tower. Is that the fastest way to get to where we were going? Not sure it was. Okay. We have a retaliation to do here in a day and an hour, apparently. That actually works out pretty perfectly, though. Got another intel gop. I'm detecting a lot of these because I've put intel on low advent strength regions, and they're very common in low advent strength regions.
Commander, to aid in your efforts,
Let's go
we
over
have
there.
gathered additional resources and staff at Resistance headquarters for your use.
I mean, Alan, if you check out my gameplay, I'm beating timed missions in Legend Iron Man, like, fairly consistently with very interesting play. Like, I don't really understand what's there to fix. If you want to be able to set up perfectly every time, like, that's what you get on untimed missions. So, yeah, I don't see a problem there. It's interesting that you get a free shard gun. Wait, did I buy that? Don't remember. Suddenly we have quite a lot of stuff. Advanced agility would be cool. Body shield's a really powerful one. Another advanced suppressor. I think we need this. PCS perception would be sort of cool. I'm pretty sure advanced agility would go on somebody and be very useful right now. And then I'm sort of interested in another scientist as well. Let's hold off on that until we see what happens with this network tower and the retaliation that's about to hit. We have 17 hours. Our Avenger, in the meantime, I would like to be scanning here, I think, for all of 17 hours. Pretty sure it will do absolutely nothing. Yeah, I think there's no actual point where intel could be collected from it, where it would do anything in those hours. But anyway, 100% here. Let's do this.